Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about contouring the nose, and most people I think know how to contour a nose. They basically just do two lines down here and they kind of think that that's how you contour a nose. Really depends on the nose shape and what you're trying to achieve. Putting two darker lines down the side of the nose doesn't always, is not always beneficial depending on the shape and size of your nose and a whole other host of things. So what I'm going to do is go through various different ways of contouring different shaped noses. Now, obviously I'm going to do this on myself, and I'm going to use a very dark contouring color and a very light highlighting color so that you can see where the highlight and shading goes. Obviously you would adjust this to your own skin tone, and doing it on me is easier because can you imagine me going into town or whatever and saying to somebody, right, I need to use you, or one of my friends, I need to use you because you've got a bulbous nose, I need to use you because you've got an irregular nose. It's not going to work, it's not going to be nice. So I'm just going to do it on myself, and we'll talk you through each stage of where the highlight goes and where the contouring shade goes. I hope you find this very useful or helpful, and let's get started. First nose type is going to be what's considered the flat nose, and this is basically where there's no definition to the bridge of the nose. So what we're going to do is, with a deeper shade, start from the top of the eyebrow or just under it, and basically just draw two straight lines right down the corner of the nose, and then you'll blend this off, and this will add and create dimension and definition to what I guess is considered the flat nose. Okay, so the next one is called the triangular nose, and a triangular nose is where the bridge area between the eyes is narrower and the tip is wider. So the first thing you want to do is contour the tip of the nose with a deeper, darker shade, as I'm doing here, and of course you'll blend this out. And then what you want to do is take a highlighter shade, one that's lighter, and in the inside corner of the eyes near the bridge of the nose you want to apply this highlight color and blend it out. That way you're creating more space at the top of the nose, and the bottom bit is becoming narrower and more contoured. So next comes what's called a crooked nose, and you can imagine what this sort of nose looks like, so I'll do a quick demonstration. There you go. So whatever side is crooked, you want to just imaginary draw a straight line right down that side. As straight as you want it to be is how it will look when it's blended out. On the side where it sort of tilts to the side where it's crooked, you want to apply some highlight color here just to bring that side out, so you're creating a more even shaped nose. So one side is contoured and one side is highlighted. Okay, next is the bulbous nose. So the way to correct this, and this one can be corrected the easiest and is very effective. You want to contour the tip of the nose because this tends to be the largest or the bulbous bit. So contour the sort of nostril area around where it's the largest. Now sometimes this is enough, but other times you'll need to contour just above the eyebrows, as I'm doing here, because this will add more dimension and make everything look more streamlined. And then you want to put a hard highlight just down the center of the nose. You can see it's altered my nose shape just by doing this. Okay, next we've got a strong bridge nose, and this kind of happens where the bridge of your nose is very, very strong, and it can sometimes look sort of deep and shadowed in that area. So all you want to do with this nose is just highlight from between the eyebrows right the way down to the bridge of the nose, and it will kind of open it up and it just looks like there's more space. Okay, so last but not least is the narrow nose, which is the hardest of all of them to correct because typically a narrow nose is very, very thin. So what you want to do here is apply a very strong highlight color to the sides of the nose, the complete opposite to contouring. You want to bring out this area as much as possible because, like I said, this is the hardest nose to correct, but this can really make a big difference. Okay, so that completes the nose contouring for different noses and shapes and sizes and all that kind of thing. I hope that you learned something from it. You don't have to work with creams like I did, you can work with powders, whatever you feel most comfortable with, but I just think it gives you a general idea because, you know, contouring really isn't just about doing that. There's so many other variables that are, you know, every nose is different, every face is different. You don't have to contour, it's just an option for you, and I hope that it provided you with a bit of information. So thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.